is actually delivering for the people of Acholi. The 2025 local government performance results are officially out, and the numbers tell a story of two different regions. While one district has climbed into the national top 40, another is struggling in the bottom 10 of the entire country. Today we are breaking down the winners, the losers, and the critical statistics that explain why some areas are surging ahead while others are stuck in an infrastructure trap, from the high-performing classroom of Noya to the staffing crisis in Agago. Let's look at how the local leaders actually performed this year. This is the 2025 Acholi Service Delivery Report. The 2025 performance data for the Acholi region reveals a narrative of extreme contrast, where a handful of districts are competing at a national level while others remain trapped in significant service delivery deficits. Noya district stands out as a remarkable outlier, having successfully climbed to a 33rd national ranking with an 82.25% score, of a feat that places it far ahead of its regional peers and demonstrates what is possible when administrative systems are effectively aligned. Omoro follows as a strong second at 77%, maintaining its strategically performance that keeps it within the top third of the country, whereas Kitgum 66.83% reflects a stable but average administrative output. The sharpest drop off occurs as we move into the lower half of the ranking, where Amoro, Gulu City, and Gulu District all cluster around the 50% mark, signaling a transition into a zone where local governments are struggling to keep pace with national service delivery standards. The most concerning statistics are found at the bottom of the list, particularly with Pade, Lamont, and Agago, the latter of which languishes at 173rd nationally with a 39.5% score. The ranking illustrates a two-speed region where the northern and western corridors of Acholi are accelerating toward excellence, while the eastern and central districts face severe infrastructure and staffing bottlenecks that keep them among the most underserved areas in Uganda. The wide performance spectrum across the Acholi region highlights a stark divide in administrative efficiency and resource management. Noya district sets a high regional benchmark with 82.25% overall score, largely driven by an exceptional 89.4% in water services and a robust 84.5% in education, suggesting a highly disciplined approach to sectoral targets. In contrast, the 39.5% overall scores for Agago district reveals a systemic struggle, particularly visible in its 25% infrastructure rating, which significantly hampers its ability to deliver essential services. Kitgum district occupies a stable middle ground at 66.83%, supported by a strong 85% in production that indicates a well-managed local economy, while its 45% infrastructure score remains a bottleneck for further growth. Gulu City represents a fascinating statistical anomaly. Despite an average overall composite of 50% and moderate costs in health and education, it achieved a near perfect 99% in its lower local government assessment, proving that its sub-rich county and division level management is among the most professional in the country, even while its primary assets lag behind. The consistent dip in health and infrastructure scores across the lower ranked districts suggests that these areas are the primary obstacles preventing the region from achieving a more uniform national standing. Let's look at critical statistics and regional standings. 1. The Acholi gap, national context. Top performer, Noya district, is the regional leaders ranking 33rd nationally. It is the only Acholi district to secure a high performance rating. Bottom performer, Agago district, is among the 10 worst performing local governments in Uganda, tying for 173rd place nationally with a score of 39.5%. If we see the regional contrast, there is a massive 42.75% performance gap between Noya, which is 82.5%, and Agago, 39.5%. 2. Sector-specific highlights. Health services crisis. Agago was specifically flagged as one of the worst performing local governments in health outcomes, ranked 173rd, largely due to falling indicators in both health and infrastructure. Lower local government LGG success despite a low overall score. Bulu City excels at the sub-county or division level. It is ranked second nationally in the assessment of its lower local governments with a near perfect score of 99% climate resilience. That's local under the local climate adaptive living local facility, where 96% Kitgum, 91% snowed strong compliance with climate-based performance measures. Thirdly, critical infrastructure bottlenecks. The report highlights that poor overall scores for districts like Pade and Agago are heavily influenced by infrastructure scores. Many Acholi districts struggle with land ownership, a regional challenge where projects are implemented on land without formal titles or proof of ownership. Now that's questionable. Staffing levels, low recruitment for aids of departments, average score of 26% nationally significantly impacted administrative scores in the lower ranked Acholi districts like Agago. The data makes it clear the Acholi region has the potential for excellence, but that excellence isn't being shared equally yet. Nwaya Hanumoro have provided the blueprint, but for districts like Agago and Lamore, the road to recovery starts with addressing the infrastructure gap we saw in today's report. But I want to hear from you. Do these rankings match what you see on the ground in your community? Are the schools and health centers in your district actually improving, or do these percentages tell a different story than your daily reality? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the report and politics shaping our region. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.